We are live again. We live again this morning. Hope everybody's doing good. Gotta have this good old conversation this morning. I had saw something that crossed my path in the algorithm online. Definitely got to give my 2 cents on the subject. Apparently it happened in 2023. Still a sad situation. Just as they said, I guess they recently released the video and the story online, December of 2025. So yeah, man, we got to discuss this. McDonald's worker shot after teenager snaps over wrong order, man. So let's get to it. Let's have this good old conversation. Let's get to it, man. The look of degeneracy and ignorance right there in front of you, right there, man. Just being completely honest, man. That is the look of non-guidance, degeneracy, debauchery, hair-hatted tomfoolery, buffoonery, and coonery, man. I'm trying to tell you, these bad wenches are losers, and they are breeding factories for degeneracy and debauchery, man. So that one of the main reasons I had to leave from the South was due to situations like these. I don't want to be around it. I don't want to be in the Walmarts. I don't want to be in any McDonald's. I don't want to be in Chick-fil-A's. I don't want to be in any convenience stores where I have to deal with these ignorant, ratchet, coon, hair-hatted, I forgot what these things they put on their head, the thing she got on her head, bonnet wearing idiots that nobody cares about. Let's be honest, man. CNP, let's be honest about it. These people live lives of insignificance, and they know that. They don't want to bring any type of significance to their lives, importance to their lives. They don't want to humble themselves, help others. These people are straight up losers. Can't control their energy, can't control their actions, impulsive, highly impulsive. Me personally, I had to move out of the South. North Carolina, I was from North Carolina, right near Atlanta, right near 2 hours out of Atlanta. So the same, they call Charlotte Little Atlanta. I'm right near Charlotte. So this ignorance, where I'm from was a smaller city. Thank the Lord, I grew up in a smaller town that ended up, it's kind of going off the rails itself, but it is basically the sister city or brother city of Charlotte, a little small city called Concord, North Carolina. But the ignorance permeates throughout the whole South, man. I'm talking about Memphis, I'm talking about Mississippi, I'm talking about Charlotte, I'm talking about South Carolina, we're talking about Georgia. We're talking about anywhere where it's a collective of Democrat leftist regime of owners, or not owners, but leadership. Wherever it's a leftist, liberal leadership going on, where it is ran by a bunch of ignorant blacks that were put here as figureheads into positions to, in my opinion, to be complicit in the degeneracy and the destruction of a lot of these cities. And because it's not helping. A lot of the ways and a lot of the systemic actions of these judges, DAs, prosecutors, all of the situation, it is not something that they think they're being helpful to the black community. It is not. It is a detriment to be lenient on crime, to look the other way when it comes to a lot of these crimes, violent crimes, to give these people lesser sentencings and things like that. You're really creating an environment that is chaotic. And a lot of folks will, like I said, will not put their necks on the line to say these things. But you are creating a environment that is toxic and chaotic for the people who just want to be law-abiding citizens and get through their day. You are making it to where it is a liberal stronghold of degeneracy and violence. So yes, sir, man. Cannot be light and light and lenient and look the other way on crime, man. Cannot have a hug a thug mentality with none of these people, man. These people come from ignorance. They derive from ignorance. They have no intentions on switching the direction that their lives are headed, and they're nothing. Just being honest, they're nothing. Like, in the eyes of God, they're something, but in the eyes of themselves and in how they treat and conduct themselves spiritually, they're nothing. They're nothing. They're impediments in your life. They're impediments on your pursuit of happiness and peace. That's what they are. They're people that are miserable in their own right, in their own lives, so they want to bring that misery to your doorstep. These are these type of people. Conflict resolution skills. If this was a Madden ranking, it would be at 0 for a lot of people in the black community, especially in these liberal-led cities and states and towns. So let's get to it.
Shot this girl over some damn food. What? No, I saw everything. I saw everything. She shot the girl and everything. I told her.
Turn on this Bluetooth real
Your
fast.
case started inside a McDonald's on a quiet December afternoon. But what happened in the next few minutes would leave one woman dead, three sisters in police custody, and an entire family shattered forever. Oh, okay. I know you do. I know you do. You just gotta calm down and stop crying. Everything's gonna be okay. There's a way you can call. You can call every like. On the 23rd.
My question is, what did you think was gonna happen? You're really crying now. Don't cry now. Don't cry now. So how you feel like this lady, her kids feel? Don't cry now after the fact. I never understand when people do criminal acts of violence against others, and then they want to have some type of feelings of remorse and guilt and sadness after the fact. Don't do the action. That's my biggest thing that I try to just get forward and drive home to a lot of these young generation of black people, men, women, and it's sad that we have to include the women at this point. We got these women gangsters out here popping motherfuckers in McDonald's. You understand? When our women are this violent, this agitated, this angry, this degenerate, what the fuck can you do? As a society, what can we do? Like, if we're at a standstill, like we are not even, we are at a backslide at this point. It's not even a standstill. We're not even stagnant anymore. We're going the opposite direction. When our women are this violent, where they are chaotic and shooting each other, they can't even have, unfortunately, we can't even have a fight. It turns into a melee of bullets, a hell of bullets in the damn McDonald's. What kind of society are we living in for real? I'm just being honest. And we love to give the passes to these weave basket head wearing mother effers. You done a dig? Me, I'm sick of it, dude. I'm sick of these bonnet barons out here. You done a dig? These bastard bonnet wearing motherfuckers. I'm sick of them. They get no pass from me. I don't feel sympathetic. I don't feel any sympathy for you, man. None. You know what you're doing. Go get a job. Go live. Go do something positive with your life, man. You ride around with a gun, bring a gun to McDonald's. You already had a premeditated thought to commit some type of violence against this lady over disrespect. Like I said, the black community, man, the fact that we have women this violent is telling to where the status and the level of which we are at this current, in our current status in society right now. We got women shooting women. You know, that just shows how low life we have really become.
3rd of December 2023, officers were called to the McDonald's on Ralph David Abernathy Boulevard, where the scene was already chaotic. Witnesses were shaken, employees were crying, and the victim came an
Niggas don't even know that. The niggas don't even know that street. Do your homework. Ralph Abernathy, Reverend Abernathy, man, my 96-year-old grandma, man, used to watch his kids. This is a man who was a pastor, who actually was the tutor or the teacher of Martin Luther King. A lot of people don't even know this. Atlanta, Georgia. He's from down there. He's from down south. My grandmother went down there as a student. Not a student, as a teacher. She taught. She was a intern as a teacher. Took a role of teaching while she was still in class and stuff like that. And she told me about how she had watched after Reverend Abernathy's kids. So just to say that, it's just sad that black people, where we've come. You know, this street is named after a black activist, a pastor, a guy who was fighting for the civil rights of black folks, who's fighting for the spiritual war that we're fighting. You know, literally, he was fighting for our spiritual wholeness. And what do we have? You know, decades and decades after his death, obviously. I think he passed back in the 60s or 70s or somewhere in there. Either way, the fact is, it is just disheartening, man, to see like this. People don't even know the history, man. You know, they don't even know people don't even know who Abernathy is. Ralph Abernathy is, probably. You know what I'm saying? That's the sad part. Literally on a street named after a black man who wanted nothing but positivity, who lived a life of righteousness, who was a pastor, who's a person who tried to pass down a lineage and a legacy of love and togetherness and the love of God, of a higher power and spirituality, which will lead you on the right path naturally if you follow God. And what do? They spit right in his legacy's face, and bloodshed, black on black bloodshed on the same streets on the street. Excuse me, on the street in which I'm sure he walked down many a days, and that was named after him. You know, just think about that. I don't even think black people have the spiritual nature that we should have at all at this level where we're at right now. Like, we are just so lacking in that in the spiritual realm right now. It is, man, truly disheartening.
Woods, a mother of 4 in her 30s, was being rushed to the hospital with a gunshot wound that would soon take her life.
Shot this girl over some damn food, man.
What,
No, I saw everything. I saw everything when she shot the girl and everything. I told her.
Appreciate you. What you need, son?
One of them worked here, the other one provided CPR before EMS got here. Probably gonna get their name in a minute.
QRV1.
This is just disgusting, dude. Just being honest, like this, there was absolutely no reason for somebody to lose their life over a damn McDonald's order or some food being left out of their damn bag. This is just the fucking ignorance of the black culture and society we have right now, man. Black fatigue is at an all-time high for a lot of us, man. Especially, like I said, us black folks. I'm just sick and disgusted at looking at the same old debaucherous BS day after day after day, story after story after story, man. Homeless dudes, unaliving women in bookstores, stuff like this. It is a constant barrage of stories, and I know it's a lot of it probably is force-fed propaganda, but at the same time, why are we having to see this? Why are we complicit in making these stories and headlines? That's the question we need to have, as opposed to trying to blame the white people for saying they propagandize and put this stuff out here for our consumption. Why is it even here for our consumption? Why is somebody passing away getting shot at McDonald's? A worker that went there just to make some money, and she gets to go home in a box. Make that make sense, man.
According to early witness accounts, the situation started as a verbal argument between the victim and 3 sisters, including 19-year-old Tanaya Evans. Voices were raised. Hands were moving. Nobody could even agree on what the argument was truly about. But what everyone remembered was the sudden shift from words to violence. Inside the McDonald's office, officers reviewed surveillance footage.
Is there another angle?
Yeah. He just told me what she did.
Like literally, like right in front of the door. Like where everybody's standing right now. Is there a camera there?
Once the officer reviewed the CCTV, they had what they wanted, and all 3 sisters were brought into custody, all to be interrogated separately. Here's what the first sister had to say.
What's your name? Who? Marlo? 1 second.
What the hell? Some of these people naming their kids Marlo and coming in with Bonnie. I'm just, man, these cretinous, low-life pieces of shit, dude. That's why, like I said, this is why I delineate from a lot of FBAs, bro. Me being an FBA myself, foundational Black American myself, we need to talk about the delineation from our own kind. That's what we need to talk about. That's what we really need to talk about. The fact that we must delineate from our own kind, from our own people who look to do us harm and who have no type of love and human compassion and none of that. None of it. When it comes to their own emotions, pride, and ego, they will take you out over a damn cheeseburger from McDonald's. Let's be honest about this thing, man. Look at this. This girl is cold-hearted, heartless. Your sister just unalived somebody. You sitting here like just cool, just too cool for school. You know what it? Your little 19-year-old sister just unalived somebody like a freaking idiot. And look at you just chilling there. Ain't nothing, huh? Ain't nothing to you. Crazy.
Spell your first name for me. M-A-L-O.
Malo, what the hell?
What's your last name? And what's your date of birth? Where you stay? You said missing?
Uh,
Hold on one second.
So 154 Cortez, Gordon Simmons. G-O-R. That's where I get my own stuff from.
and this is what people don't like to. This is what people want to hide from the mainstream. This right here is a microcosm of how black people are in these cities, bro. Look at this lady. She is a perfect carbon copy of what you see literally scattered all through Atlanta. Girls walking around with bonnets, ghetto, look like unkempt, look like nobody ever loved them in their lives, probably fatherless. Let's be honest, bro. A sunken society, a fallen state. Mothers probably ratchet as hell out here, chasing dick, ghetto, no money, poor, impoverished, living on Section 8. Ghetto. You know what it is? Eating McDonald's like that's the healthiest thing you need to be eating as a grown person. All right, nigga, you don't need to be eating that shit no way. It's probably rotting your damn brain. This is, I'm telling you, this is the archetype of what you're gonna go through when you go to Atlanta, bro. You're gonna see a lot of these chocolate colored women, impoverished, mean mugs on their face, probably stinking pussies, ain't washed their ass properly and goddamn who knows how long, unloved, no daddies. This is what you're gonna see. That's why I said, this is why I had to move from the South. I'm talking about not even Atlanta, the South. When you go to the South, where I'm talking about highly populated black areas, this is what you see. G to the H to the E-T-T-O, nigga, ghetto. From head to toe. Coming into interrogation with a goddamn bonnet on. Looking half stank. Probably with a whole bunch of a rainbow coalition of kids. Red, white, and blue. You know what I did? And this is what we're supposed to accept and be around and want our kids love, kids that have been loved on properly, having nuclear families and things of that nature and structure. This is the type of people you want your kids to be integrated with? Fuck no. I don't give a damn if you black or not, like me or not. I delineate. You are not like me. I'm not like you. We don't see life the same. You have a hate for yourself. And they want to say we're the ones, because we're the ones speaking truth to power, speaking directly at y'all. They want to say we're the ones that's wrong. People like me, they want to call us coon sambos, all of this nature, just because we want to call it out, because we directly call out the debaucherous behavior, the degenerate behavior. We don't pull no punches. We're not fearful of being called racist like the Caucasian white tea people are, because we don't give a damn. We speak directly at the problem regarding the black community and degeneracy. And we're called wrong because we're like, oh, you hate yourself. No, I don't like ghetto black women. I don't like ghetto black men either. But guess what? Like, that's not just being honest, ghetto black men kind of eradicate themselves, the same way. Like, we kind of at least have a respect there. We do have the places that are out of control, gang violence, of course. We gotta acknowledge that. But for the most part, the black men know what comes with this. You gotta go to places like Chicago, and some of these places are still bad. Let's be honest. We got in Charlotte, they had a couple years ago, people unaliving children, shooting in houses indiscriminately. It's bad all around. But these women right now, I'm telling you, they're some of the most violent people. They're the one creating these violent dudes. Because this woman right here, 19-year-old sister, she was not far from having her own children soon. And what you gonna teach them? What kind of mindset are you teaching them? Overly impulsive, violent, chaotic, degenerate? What are you teaching these children if this is how you operate? When you're disrespected, you fire and hurt somebody and kill somebody to take their life from them? Yeah, like I said, we must delineate from our own kind in America, man. We must. Or we'll be grouped in with the same mindset and behavior as them. So it's up to us. We can either stand idle and accept it and be complacent and complicit to the bull, Or we can, I said, draw the line and delineate like I'm doing with TNP, man. Like me personally, I don't like the culture. I don't like this stank ghetto culture, man. And it ain't even about the appearance and the dress and the archetype that in which you present yourself. It's the attitude, it's the brain, it's the mindset that is ingratiated and ingrained into your psyche, and it does not seem like it is, like we're unlearning any of the ghetto. You smell me? It doesn't seem like we're counteracting any of the misinformation that's been plugged into our heads, into the feelings that we are less than, and that we must operate and look at each other as less than. We have not been able to unplug from that mindset and be able to step up and step out and step into our king and queenship. It doesn't seem like that's anything that's on the what they call it, on the menu for us in the future. It just don't seem like that. It does not seem like that. That's in the program for the future. It seems like we're getting worse. And anybody that wants, like I said, wants to turn a blind eye to it, you're complicit to it as well.
So how old are you? 24. So there was a situation that transpired at the McDonald off of Ralph McGill, and you was there during that time. What happened out there that led to this event?
From the beginning, so we were in the drive-thru line, ordering food, trying to place 2 orders through the drive-thru. One for cash, one for card. They informed us that since they're short on staff, that they're only, I'm doing straight from like, I don't want to miss nothing.
I appreciate that.
They informed us that they're short staff, we can only do one, so we put all our orders together and then we went to the window. Our order wasn't complete when we got to the window. We were trying to tell the lady we wanted to add more food to the order. And she explained to us that she's new, because it seemed like they had, the lady who first took our order seemed like she had a little attitude or whatever. So when we went to the window, it was a different lady, and she explained to us, oh, we're sorry, I'm new.
Black women are talking about somebody got an attitude when they literally have a built-in attitude all the time. She right now sounds like she has an attitude. Like, how I just don't get the fact that y'all feel like y'all are more righteous or holier than the next person when all you dumbass black women act like the same. You act angry as hell, like your life fucking sucks, like nobody loves you. I'm sick and tired of it. Like, me personally, I'm sick and tired of these angry ass black women, bro. Like, period, dude. Like, this shit is getting old. Like, niggas is getting sick of y'all. Angry black women and black men, y'all need to go to fucking hell. Real talk. Nobody fucking cares about y'all. Your own mamas and daddies didn't care about you, and now you mad at the world. Period.
I'm new to working or whatever, and she was like, oh yeah, we all understand, because at first we thought it was attitude or whatever. So we paid for our food, went to the second window to receive our food, and we looked in our bags, didn't have everything in it, so we went inside to tell them with our receipt and let them know that all our food was not in our bags. So,
Y'all give me a second. All right. Hey, what's up with you?
fast food people don't like remaking their food or whatever, so I guess they seem like they were a little, attitude or whatever to make the food. And then my sisters was one of my sisters, let me not miss this. Would lead to okay, so we were still waiting for our food. Then somebody in the back said, "Can y'all why they still here?" And then one of my sisters made a comment and said, "If we had all our food, we would be gone." So then after one of the ladies in the back said that, the lady who was in the front register, I guess she catch drift of all the emotions or whatever. And see, my sister was like right here. This is
Hey, morning. You're welcome. Now you have a good one. Knock that out. YouTube is really trying me right now. YouTube is really trying me because I'm coming at these. I'm really coming at the propaganda that's being pushed on a lot of us black folks. So, that's never going to be met with a positive reaction, or it's never going to be accepted the way in which I think, the way in which I naturally think, which is a free thinking black man, which is something that's actually, what's the word? Solution based, solution oriented. I don't sit around in victim mentality. I don't sit in victim mode. I don't propagate victim mode onto others. It's not something at all that I'm for. It's not something that's all that I support in no way, form, or fashion. I don't see how feeling sorry for yourself due to the self-inflicted, 99.9 out of 10 self-inflicted mentality that we have, whether it be your parents, unfortunately, the people that you were raised by, or whether it be the things that you choose to unlearn once you become an adult, once you reach adulthood. It's really no excuse for having this mindset and behaving this way in society. And I'm all the way with the YT people if they chose to do whatever the hell they want to do to these uncontrollable, combative, violent, outlandish, debaucherous, degenerate, low-life black people. Period. Because we're the ones that seems to be the source of the daily chaos. I'm just being honest. The daily chaos in which you see running rampant in America seems to be, in my personal opinion, the byproduct of a fucked up society amongst blacks, a culture amongst blacks. It is. Point blank, period. Of course there's other things. Of course there's mass shootings. Of course there's violent white folks that do stupid, ignorant acts of violence. Of course, let's be honest. It ain't nobody's leaving that out. Nobody's leaving that portion of life out. Of course, it's white people that commit acts of violence, even in higher numbers than blacks. But the facts are, which is the thing that black people hate, the per capita is the biggest thing. If we are such a small amount in America, we should not collectively be responsible for an inordinate, if not equal, amount of crime than our counterparts. It should be nowhere near. It should be nowhere near, due to the fact that they have just as many young folks, just as many, criminal aged folks, and it seems like we're the ones that are at a higher frequency and a higher clip. That's when black people hate the word per capita, they throw that around like that's a racist fucking term. If y'all actually paid attention to school and in class, you would know what per capita means, and you would know it's not meant to be a derogatory term. It's meant to say, due to the per capita, due to the fact that you have a lower percentage of people, primarily men are the one committing crimes, so younger gentlemen that are at criminal age, you have lesser than that of your counterparts in America, but yet these age of the high criminal range are committing most of the acts disproportionately to their white tee counterparts. That's what it means. I mean, if there, I broke it down before, if there are 10 of us and 100 of them, and they have 10 people committing crimes, we shouldn't have 5, basically. Per capita, it does not make sense that we should have 5. Or if they have 100 and we have 50, and they have 10 people committing crimes, we shouldn't have 10 as well. That's basically what it means. I know a lot of people did not do well in math. I know a lot of people do not understand the structural component of math. So we love to look at everything through a racist lens, in a victim mentality lens, and nobody feels sorry for you. Nobody feels sorry for us. That's the reality. Nobody feels sorry for us. Did these girls feel sorry for these? Did this girl look anywhere like she feels any type of sympathy for the fact that her sister unalived the motherfucker? Does she seem like she has even a slight inkling or a bit of remorse? She's not crying. She's not distraught. These are, as Tommy Sotomayor would say, these are BT-1000s, man. These are BT-1000s sent on a mission from the future to destroy the society, man. That is their goal. That is their purpose. To be a monkey wrench in society. To be a total and complete monkey wrench in our society. And they don't even know it. They don't even know they've been put up to this task. They're unpaid workers. They work well at what they do. These black women and black men out here, they don't even know that they're literally complicit in the overall propaganda that's being played on us as black people. They don't even know it. They don't even know that they're complicit. They don't even know it. Sad. They don't even know they're being used, their labor and force is being used as a degenerate class to continue criminality in America and to perpetuate a mindset and a stereotype and a trope for black people in America. They don't even know that. Because that's what the victim mentality does. Once you have become a victim, once you have allowed the victim mentality to set in, you no longer are accountable for anything that you do. And that's what the victim mentality perpetuates. Once you allow to see yourself as a continuous victim of society, you no longer have the responsibility of accountability. That thing rhyme. Oh yeah, and having accountability isn't a responsibility, man. Trust and believe that. Being accountable for what you do is a responsibility that everyone must have. You cannot blame others for how you act and what you do. That is insane. You need to be institutionalized. You need and must be institutionalized if you think that someone else, how they treat you, contributes to how you act and react from it. That is crazy. You have an accountability and a responsibility to act accordingly once you're confronted with any type of action. You can exacerbate it and make it worse, or you have the ability to diffuse it if you feel need to. There's your own personal responsibility to how you act and react once you're confronted with any type of stimuli, negative stimuli. It's your responsibility. She can see it talking about how that girl talked about she was gonna go get a gun all she wants to. That shit doesn't change the facts that you unalived this lady at her job.
Where people stand and this is their, whatever. My sister's right here getting the sauce from their inside, and the lady from the cash register was like, back up, doing this like this, and she had an attitude with him. I'm not sure what my sister said to her. Then the lady who had got shot was saying, she had spoke up and said something and was telling the girl, like, I already know, like, girl, so basically, like, trying to stick up for the registered lady. I'm horrible at telling stuff. So, then, the other lady, I guess the lady taking up for the registered lady felt like that was her way to get buck or get big. So she was just talking back like, yeah, because nobody wants smoke, like nobody want to, basically trying to antagonize, saying she want to fight or whatever. And then one of my sisters was like, what you doing all that for or something, saying like you could clock out or whatever. And then one of my other sisters was just saying the same thing. And the lady in the back, and the lady who was the guest who spoke up for the cash register lady, was saying stuff like antagonizing too, basically saying, oh, called somebody and told them to bring her fire in or whatever, because these 4 hoes tripping or whatever, something like that. And one of my sisters said something like, I got it on me, shoot who or whatever, basically saying she was going, the lady was basically saying she was going to shoot first. Then, as we got our food, one of the managers, I guess she was a manager at when McDonald's, she had came up to me and my other sister, the pregnant sister, and asked us, like, did y'all get everything? Are y'all okay with y'all need or whatever? And me and my sister were okay, and we was walking out. And then the other lady still kept talking crazy. As we walking out, me and my other sister trying to get me and my 2 other sisters to leave out. And then it's, the lady who told somebody to go get their fire had walked up to one of my sisters, and when I looked, she saw her hand. I don't know what she did. Her hand went like this, and my sister's hand went like this. So I turned around, put my foot down, and try to grab my sister, because I ain't gonna lie, So, and then I just heard, bah! So I'm thinking, I'm looking for my sisters, and then I'm just thinking it was a lady that did the shooting, because she said she was gonna shoot first, and then I'm looking.
You lying bitch. Nigga, you know your sister shot. Shut the fuck up. Blinded head ass, stupid asshole.
And then I see her on the ground, and then we try to leave. And I see a man with my sister holding her, like trying to not let her go. And then that's when we had called our mama, and we went to go get her. And yeah, came back, my sister and caught her. And that's what we did.
This man holding your sister, did you see him hold your sister down, or what altercation was
Yeah.
transpired between them two?
I did. It was me and my 2 sisters was trying to let him go. Let him take him off her, because he had the gun to her head, like
Was
holding
it
her.
her gun or his gun? Or?
I'm not sure whose gun it was. I just seen him over the. I was trying to touch them, like let her go, but at the same time he got a gun and it's to her head, and next thing you know the gun started doing this. So I pushed back like, sir, just let her go. Not knowing who shot who still at the same moment. So I'm thinking.
Where did your sister get a gun from?
I'm not sure where she got the gun from, but it was already on her.
And you never seen it before?
No.
During questioning, the first sister told detectives that the victim threatened to shoot first. If the victim indeed said that, and she actually had a gun on her, it would have a big impact in the case. But what does the second sister have to say?
So without me asking, because they're going to ask you all that.
Hoes walking around in goddamn shower cloaks and shit. What the hell? I forgot what the hell them things called. Shower robes or whatever the hell. This ghetto as shit.
If it's for y'all there, how did they get to that? You know what I'm saying?
When we got in there, mind you, they already claimed that we had fake tunnels, but we didn't have fake tunnels.
Was somebody that worked there?
Yeah, they was like, we had fake tunnels. We had fake tunnels. Y'all never gave us the food and our change, you know what I'm saying? Okay, so y'all give us our food or whatever. Mind you, we're in the drive-thru at first. Y'all give us our food. We only got half of the food. So we still telling them like, we missing this, we missing that. So they getting attitudes and shit, but y'all should have had it right. So we like, all right, we just gonna come in the inside. So we come in the inside. We standing at the counter. I'm standing like this way, but I'm just standing at the counter, but I'm turned in towards the counter. So So the girl was like, we telling the lady what the
No, but what I was getting at is, how you doing? With, there was so many of y'all, like none of y'all, I guess it could have happened so fast, because none of y'all stop to the one.
We didn't even know my little sister had the gun on her too. Got into it, and this was so crazy. Then before my sister even pronounced that she had gun, the lady was already calling for like, yeah, I had all y'all with all four of y'all. That's exactly what kind of shit I had. That's why I keep asking for the camera. She like, she started calling people was coming in there. She like, I had y'all whole shot. So then when my sister turned and she was like, hell, who shot? And tugged on her like, I got one too, like type shit. So the lady was just steady whoop whoop. So mind you, by this time when they arguing.
So we got ghetto on ghetto confrontation going on at this McDonald's, man. Allegedly. The victim can't tell her tale because she actually been unalived, shot while she was unarmed, sadly enough. But words, volatility, instigation, simple words instigated all of this bullshit. Words, ego, pride, anger, retribution. You understand me? So stupid. It's idiotic, man. There's really no reasoning for this whole situation to have even transpired. This is just ghetto ignorance at its finest. There's no other way to explain it. No other way to explain it, man. I want to hear the shooter detail of exactly what happened in her words. But there's no reasoning for this to have ever transpired, man. Absolutely none. Absolutely none.
I'm still walking back over to my table back over there to my table to get my food and shit. So the lady started pointing her hand in my face, doing all like this. So I pointed back on her face like, stop putting your hand in my face, like doing her hand like that. She mushed me 2 times. Then we started fighting. Then me and her started fighting. And then some gun went off, but I didn't know that it was my sister that shot. So when the gun went off, everybody just started running. I turned back around because I didn't see my sister come outside. So when I turned back around, I see the lady laying on the floor. My sister still in there, and the man had got up his fire on my sister.
The second sister's story closely matched the first. She repeated that the shooting only happened after the victim mushed food on her sister, and she also claimed no one expected Tanaya to pull a gun. Back at the precinct, Tanaya Evans sat quietly in the interrogation room. She looked tired, shaken, and overwhelmed when detectives began asking questions. She has this to say.
Alright, you go in the restroom. Okay. Alright, yeah, I'm investigator Francis, the investigator McCowan. We definitely want to talk to you about everything that took place today. Just want to ask you a few questions. But before we do that, can I get your first name?
Tanaya Evans.
Spell it for me.
T-N-I-A-EVANS.
And what's your highest level of education?
Some college.
Okay. And is English your first language?
Yes.
Okay. And I'm not asking you this to be offensive. It's just standard. Okay, just to make sure you understand. Okay. I'm gonna read you your Miranda rights before we ask you any questions, and we're gonna make sure that you understand. Okay. So. You have the right to remain silent. Do you understand? Anything you say will be used in court as evidence against you. Do you understand? You are entitled to have a lawyer now and have him present now or at any time during questioning. Do you understand? If you cannot afford a lawyer, one will be appointed for you without cost, and he may be present at all times during your questioning. Do you understand? You can decide at any time to exercise these rights and not answer any questions or make any statements. Do you understand? And I'm going to ask you again, and I need for a verbal answer, please. Do you understand these rights?
Yeah, but I need a lawyer. I do. I got my sister.
You say you do?
I got to talk to my sister for my lawyer.
Okay. So, do you, but I still have to ask you the rest.
Mm-hmm.
But let me ask you again, do you understand these rights? Do you wish to talk to us at this time without a lawyer? Okay. So no.
I can call my mama like
lawyer?
She invoked her right to remain silent and requested a lawyer, but the emotional shift came when they allowed her to speak with her mother.
Kanaya, we've been waiting on you to call.
Oh, please help me. I need a lawyer or something.
Okay, so listen. Don't write no statements. We've been talking to lawyers already. They're gonna come down there and talk to you tomorrow. They said do not talk over the phone.
Ghetto is shit, ignorant is shit, defending ignorance. This is the problem with the black community in a nutshell, man. The mama's already in a defensive mindset, doesn't even know the whole specifics of the ordeal, but she's already ready to defend her young, right, wrong, and indifferent. And this, my friends, is the biggest ignorant problem that we all want to delineate and fall away from the black community. Her mama sounds dumb as a box of rocks. Let's be honest. Sounds very, very uneducated. Very, very uneducated. Sounds like her peer, honestly. Sounds like a girl that's also 19 years old when her mama's probably pushing 40. You know, if she had her at 21, hell, she might be younger than that. She might have had her at 16. So my daughter, she might be 35. Sad. Sad, man. Give me 1 second, I'm about to open this door, man. Hey, make it make sense. The black community will begin to heal once we kick these people the fuck out of our community and we excommunicate a lot of these folks, man. Stay away from them. Don't associate with them. Excommunicate them. Treat them like pariahs. This is what I push to my community. The people, the logical people, the conscious people, the people who are on a consistent effort to push peace, to push togetherness, to push camaraderie, to push brotherhood and sisterhood amongst our ranks. That seems to be a fleeting effort at this point. A fleeting and failing effort at this point. Nobody wants to combine. Nobody wants to love each other in this diaspora that we have going on in America, or in this world, excuse me. Nobody wants to work together. Talking about Hispanic blacks, Caribbean blacks, African blacks, Americanized blacks, European. Nobody wants to come together. Nobody wants to have peace amongst ourselves. It's too much infighting. It's too much hatred. It's too much self-hatred and loathing amongst ourselves. It is sad. It's sad, dude. And it's perpetuated by having mothers like this. Just being honest.
Don't talk about it over the phone. You are going to be okay.
All right.
Yeah, I'm on that, baby. You okay? Tomorrow and Apple are home.
I want to come home.
If you want to come home, you want to shot motherfucker living through your emotions and shot a motherfucker. You're grown. You're 19. You're responsible for all your actions, you stupid bitch. Tired of these dumb ass, bumbly ass black bitches under your mama ass hoes, nigga. The real 10P is back. You underdig? Fuck it. You going to ban us? I'm going to give you a reason to ban us. You underdig? Keep it 100. We got too many of these stupid ass emotional hoes in our ranks in America as FBAs. Got mothers, all the above, ignorant ghetto losers. And me, like I said, I'm gonna speak my truth, speak my how I feel, and it is what it is, man. TMP. This girl is dumb as a box of rocks. Her mama sounds dumb as a box of rocks. They're defending wrong. That's what I say is the big issue in the black community. We defend wrong. We get behind wrong. That ain't it.
I know you do. You just gotta calm down and stop crying. Everything's gonna be okay. There's a way you can call everything.
Everything is not going to be okay. You unalive somebody. You unalive somebody that looks just like you, you stupid ass bitch. And we talk about and cry about white people doing all this racist, systemic shit to us and oppressing us. Nigga, we oppress ourselves, bro. That's why you can never get me on board with none of this bullshit. None of that treatment shit, victim mentality bullshit. You can never get me on board with none of that bullshit. We hate one another, man. We hate one another. You knew better than to shoot that gun at that lady. You knew better. No matter what type of disrespect she's coming at you with. If you did not see, if you were not in imminent danger yourself, then that's murder. Wake up. Nobody feels sorry for you and your ignorance. Nobody feels sorry for that 19 years you wasted it running behind an ignorant, stupid, degenerate mantra that your people ingratiated and indoctrinated you into under your household. You gotta live with it. Let it burn like us.
Like, we put the child on the phone, and Lord Dad is like, Lord Dad, he gonna put time on money on your food. All right. You already got like a pen and stuff like that, where like we can call you, enter a pen and stuff like that. No, I'm at the headquarters in this room.
Interrogation room.
I'm still down there. Yeah. They still got you a question. Did you write a statement? No.
I wonder how much that lady see, because your mama can still see you. Whether you locked up for 25 years, which you deserve. You deserve 25 to life. That's what you deserve. Cold-blooded, stupid ass, ignorant killing. You deserve that. But at least your mama can see you talk to you on the phone. She had 4 babies. They ain't never gonna be able to see her kids grow up to be like your age, a dumb, ignorant ass 19-year-old black bitch like you are. Then she ain't gonna see her kids grow into anything with the possibility of being something better than you are and better than she was, obviously, because she's gone. You took a life. You had a gun. You concealed it. You shot her. You're wrong. You're wrong. You killed her in malice. That's why you're gonna do that jail time.
I said I didn't want to talk. Yeah, that's good. Keep it like that. Don't talk until your lawyer talk to you. Renee Rockwell is your lawyer for the time being. I'm gonna bring her down there and see what they say and stuff like that. She's gonna try to get you a bun here and all that. So just be quiet. Don't talk about it with nobody. We know where everything already got to be. Yeah, we know what happened. Everything, some other people been recording them in there. Everything is all, it's gonna be alright. Alright. Okay.
No, why they lying to that girl? Knowing they don't know a shred of law or legality. They don't know a shred of it. They ain't none of them took no classes. Talking about some college. What college was that, man? Cucamonga, goddamn Uchi Tuchi, goddamn community college that you took and you was sucking dick and shit in the dorms and shit. Bitch, you sound dumb as a box of rocks, like I said. You probably needed an application from that McDonald's while you bullshitting. And this type of shit we allow and condone to look the other way toward. Like I say, that's why I like being in a place where there's not a lot of black people. I actually love it. I love being in an environment where I'm not constantly bombarded by my own kind. It's really liberating. It's really refreshing. See, I would advise many other black people to do the same. I would, man. I went to Atlanta. Some of my teammates, I played, like I said, I'm from North Carolina. I went to Atlanta for one night, had my window busted in, and they stole my weapon and stole my book bag that had my legal weapon in it and my gun in it. So this is what I get from places like Atlanta. This is the culture in which I see and the climate I see at places like Atlanta. Bunch of low-life, nothing burger losers, man.
No, I wanted to go. Oh, my.
Trying to act like you a baby, but you ain't a baby. You a cold-blooded murderer. You ain't no baby. Talking about you ready to go. If you were ready to go and you didn't want to do no time, this is what I need black people to understand. If you don't want to do the time, don't do the crime. I know that's a cliche rhyme that we used to say back in the day all the time. If you can't do the time, don't do the motherfucking crime. Nobody feels sorry for you. I feel sorry for the lady that's being buried in a box back in that day. R.I.P. Hopefully her kids was able to manage without going through too much psychological drama and trauma and things like that. Hopefully they're able to maneuver through that without too much ramifications happening to their psyche. You know? These people might be damn suicidal after losing their mama, bro. You don't know. And you don't care. All you care about is getting back home to your ghetto tomfoolery.
Understand some scrums right now so everything can get settled and stuff so we get everything situated. Oh, they want to talk. Alright. You got my number? Yeah. Okay, you got mama number, you know it by heart? Yeah. Okay. Apple number 2? No. Yeah, you need to get apple number 2. What is it? You know your own phone number by heart? Hold on. You know your own phone number by heart? Yeah. Okay, because we got your phone right here too. Hold on. And so, and Keith said they don't know. Yeah, everybody clicked in, so they
a house full of bitches too, nigga. I'm gonna just be honest, bro. That is the microcosm of our society, bro. And I'm gonna God gave this lady 3 girls, all these girls too. You know what I'm saying? Left them unprotected. I'm telling you, if you don't give somebody to respect, you don't deserve protection. And that's why you have a house full of damn lost ass females. You know what I'm saying? Just being honest. And it's really, like I said, sad. These women really think they don't need no guidance from men. They think that they better than men. They run off men and they look at them. Look at this situation, bro. 19-year-old child gonna kill the 30-year-old girl. She ain't no child. 19-year-old woman killed 30-year-old woman. You old enough to go to the military. You old enough to fight in wars. You old enough to get jobs and things of that nature. You're not old enough to run a car yet, unfortunately, you know, without a cosigner. But I'm just saying in general, man, we got to stop playing these games in society, man. Like, look at these, they ignorant as hell. They don't seem like they're traumatized by it. They free. They don't give a fuck. They over there smoking their weed and getting dick down by the ghetto hood niggas of the hood. Ratchet, nasty, hood boogers, degenerate niggas of the hood. They don't give a fuck about their child. Look at that mama, don't sound like she's at the least bit worried at all. She just, she all giddy and shit. Man. And that's why you got all that time, man. You ran by ignorance and they think they can control something or they know something. They ain't got no knowledge of nothing. They're not knowledgeable as shit. They ain't accomplished nothing in their fucking lives but having kids. Low lives, man. Straight up, a house full of damn ghetto ass, dirty ass, ratchet ass bitches, man. Make it make sense.
Alright, I gotta get an officer back his mom. What's your charge? Did they give you any charge? Did they charge you again? The man, the investigator came and said murder, aggravated assault.
In possession of firearm during commission of felony.
In possession of firearm during a felony. I don't got a felony.
Murder is a felony.
Oh. You're not a felon. You're not a felon.
What a fucking idiot. What a fuck. Like I said, a family of lost fucking cuckoo birds, nigga. That's why they wonder why black men don't fuck with y'all. They wonder why I bet you they have different daddies. I bet you none of the men in their kids' lives because their mama's ratchet and ignorant as fuck. Just wanted a late night fuck behind a doghouse and now you got some damn 3 felonious stupid ass bitches, bro. Some McDonald's wearing, lace front having, bonnet wearing outside ass bitches, bro. And then, like I said, this is why I delineate. This is why I don't associate with people like this at all. At all. Like, at all. Your ignorance, due to the fact that you're ignorant and you're, what's the word? You're arrogant. I don't even want to associate with you. And that's how I feel about a lot of these black people out here, especially these black women. They out blind leading the blind. She got all these damn daughters, and you out here, we see. Trust and believe, man. A lot of us folks, we see, we're tired of it, we're fatigued of it, we're sickened by it, and we say, fuck you. That's what I gotta say. No, I gotta say, fuck you.
Murder is a felony, so you can't have it.
Murder is the felony.
Stupid.
What you got to Murder. But it's but she's not a felon.
No one said she's a felon.
You ain't not your felon. Nigga, y'all completed any type of course in college, nigga. Y'all are stupid as a box of rocks. Dumb as a box of rocks, nigga. Over here trying to be combative with the cops on the phone, nigga. He ain't telling you that ain't what he said, you stupid fuck. That's why, like I said, that's why I hate a lot of black women. I ain't gonna lie, I stay the fuck away from all these stupid ass, ignorant, ratchet ass bitches, bro. Like, real talk. I'd rather deal with racism than deal with y'all. Straight up. I would rather deal with racism than deal with y'all. At least I know what I'm getting. At least I know what the fuck I'm getting. I would rather deal with racism than deal with a lot of my own kind. I would rather deal with the blowback of racism than deal with self-hatred and genocide and infighting. And ignorance and degeneracy.
No.
Oh, murder in the process of committing a felony. Yeah. Hello? Yeah.
I don't know nothing about
It's alright, we already got the blood test for that shit. Very good, you should keep your hand up. Alright, I love y'all. Love you too. Thank you. I love you too, twin.
The moment she heard her mother's voice, Tanaya broke down. All the shock she'd been bottling up suddenly spilled out. She told her mother she wanted to come home. Unfortunately, Tanaya's insane actions not only took a toll on her, the effect could be felt more by the family of the deceased.
How y'all doing? How y'all doing? My name is Officer Berlin with the Land Police Department.
That's mom.
That's mom? Okay. They told you what's going on?
I want to see my baby. I need to see my baby.
Okay. So right now it's a homicide investigation. Okay. Let me close the door. So it's a homicide investigation, okay? With a homicide investigation, there's a lot that goes into it, okay? Your child is unfortunately deceased, so she's considered a victim, okay? We have a lot of investigators and officers on the current scene of the incident, and they have to do search warrants and collect evidence and detain who they need to detain to make sure that we're doing everything correctly, okay? Your child has been worked on here. The Amy is here, but I've been told and given strict orders not to allow you guys to see your child until everything is completely done with the investigation. And I've been told by the lead investigator, okay? Once they do what they need to do with their end, you'll probably receive a phone call, okay, letting you know if you can see your child and identify your child. But I'm just an officer, and the lead investigators are currently working your child's scene right now on the RDA, okay? So
They have both suspects?
right now, I'm not sure what's going on the scene. I was rushed to the hospital with your child to make sure that she was getting treatment. So I'm not sure what's going on the scene right now. Okay. But I just wanted to make sure I reached out to you and tell you guys my condolences. Stuff like this should never happen. You know what I mean? But once the lead investigator gets enough information, you guys will be notified, specifically you, since you're the mother.
So does she leave her contact information?
Do they have anything? Did you reach out? We guys on scene?
Once I got there, the ambulance gone, I left.
So you didn't speak to anybody?
No.
Okay. You have can I get it? You got your name and information?
Yeah, I'm gonna put it in our chart here, but I don't know how that works with,
Well, can I get a spare piece of paper
Yeah.
so I can get her information so I can make sure she reach out to the investigator? Yeah, I got her ID. We're gonna need her ID. Like I said, from her clothing down to her undergarments, everything is evidence because they have to conduct their own investigation, reference to the ME, reference to a homicide investigator, stuff like that. So, I'm sorry you're going through this, ma'am. I really am.
One family lost a daughter. Another watched theirs be taken into custody. And a moment inside a fast food restaurant. A moment that could have ended with people simply walking away. Instead, turned into a shooting that changed every life in that room. By the end of the night, Tanaya Evans was charged with murder, aggravated assault, firearm possession during a felony, and theft by receiving a stolen weapon. The sisters were released without charges, but they remain tied to a tragedy.
Hi, I'm Lisa Figueroa of the Florida Defense Team in Orlando.
All right, man. That's it, man. TNP, hit that like, share, subscribe button, man. We have to grow as a people, man. We have to delineate from a lot of our FBA brothers and sisters, man. We got to catch up with them on what it's in another lifetime. You know the dig? Shout out to Eric Badu. Maybe we can fuck with y'all another night, another lifetime, because y'all are not getting it in this one. Y'all do not understand the way in which we got to come together in this lifetime. So, yeah, man. Got to let y'all go, man. Got to let it ride, dog. TNP.